This is Tom Thumb Friday Night Rivals.
Hey, very delightful good evening to you, and welcome to Washington High School. Tonight, it's week 3 of Friday Night Rivals. It pits the PHS Tigers against the Washington Wildcats. Hi, again, along with Jeff Price, I'm Tommy Thrall. Jeff, both of these programs really have taken some step forwards this year, but both come in at 1-1. Something's got to give tonight.
Yeah, you know, they're coming off some interesting week 2s, for some good, for some bad, but hey, somebody's leaving out of here with a winning record tonight.
Yes, absolutely, and that'll be a huge step forward for whichever program does that. On one side, PHS, certainly with some explosive playmakers. One guy we want to keep an eye on tonight. They call him Pig, Devontae Bryant. This guy's got some D1 offers, and we're going to find out why tonight.
Yeah, he's a big, tall guy. You can't miss him on the football field, number 44. He's actually committed to UCF as a defensive end, so it ought to be interesting for Washington.
On the other side, a big playmaker for Washington is Mystical McGee. This guy has been a part of this program for a while. Charlie Ward really likes what he's got in him.
Oh, he said he's lightning fast, big, deep threat for him. He ought to spread that PHS defense out a little bit.
And it's certainly going to be important. Let's welcome in the third member of our broadcast team, Trayvon Ware.
Thank you, guys. The weather is outstanding. It's going to be an amazing night. The cheerleaders are behind us practicing. The players are getting ready. It's going to be an amazing night, and the weather is perfectly clear. Back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Trayvon. Now it's time for our Hampton Hyundai keys to the game, and we start with Washington. For them, they're going to have to be disciplined defensively.
They really are, and you know, against this wide-open spread attack that PHS has, they're going to have to stay in their lanes against them. The one thing you cannot do is get out of place against this offense.
This is a team that really likes to run the football, but with Washington's defense as strong as they are, PHS is actually going to have to throw the ball pretty effectively to keep Washington honest.
Yeah, I think not too much, just enough to keep the defensive honest. But like we said before, PHS has speed all over the field, so it should be interesting tonight.
Should be fun. It's Washington and PHS here from Booker T. Washington High School in Pensacola. Friday Night Rivals kicks off next. All right, we're ready for football here today. Couldn't ask for a better evening for football. PHS and Washington, the Wildcats, one of the only games going on in the area with the hurricane threatening the peninsula of Florida. Governor Rick Scott ordering for all of the schools and events to be shut down. Here in Escambia County, we're playing some football, and glad we are because we've got a perfect night for it. A lot of that has to do with the fact that so many of the resources that schools have are going to those that are seeking refuge from the storm. So that's why, that's the reasoning behind a lot of the schools being shut down over the weekend, beginning yesterday and through Monday. So that includes the universities. Even UWF has been affected by all of this. There will be no football game at Blue Wahoo Stadium tomorrow because of that. But we've got football tonight, and we're glad you're dialed into it. With Jeff Price, I'm Tommy Thrall. Trayvon Ware's on the sidelines, and we're just about ready to get this game started. Just a picture-perfect evening for football. The Tigers are ready to receive the kick. We are just about ready to get this game started here today. For Washington, they come in 1-1. They've played much better football here recently, and they're ready to get it going. So they hand the football off to their kicker, and with that, Mystical McGee is ready to tee it up and kick it deep. Back for PHS. They've just got one man back. Looks like it's Tyrese Albritton. So we're ready to go. Here we go. It's teed up. Charlie Ward, the head coach, the Wildcats. Mike Mincy on the other side, head coach for the Tigers. And we're ready for kickoff. McGee with a low kick. It'll be fielded at the 18. Here comes a return for PHS along the sideline, and dragged out of bounds is Ernest Stallworth. He gets across the 35-yard line, and PHS will have pretty good starting position from their own 36 to start their first drive as we look at the Washington offense. even though they'll be starting on defense tonight. We get a good look at what we're going to see out of Washington offensively later. Joe Slattery's the quarterback. Here we go. The PHS offense running out onto the field. They're led by Tony Williams. He's their quarterback. 6'1", 215-pound senior. He rushed for over 100 yards last week. He's very athletic and has a good arm as well. And already we've got a flag. Starting lineups brought to you by Pete Moore, not in Car City, about 3 miles north of NAS Pensacola's East Gate.
Well, Tommy, if you don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and announce the most important guys on the field right now for
There you
PHS,
go.
and that'd be the offensive line. We have Clausel, Coleman, Wilson. On the other side, we have Tankersley and Medley over there.
That is for PHS. Of course, got a false start against the Tigers. That'll back them up 5 yards. Get a look at that Washington, give you the Washington defense in a moment. Tyrese Albritton's a guy to keep an eye on. Kenny Wesley, though, had a huge game last weekend, and the quarterback, Williams, wants to keep it. He's swallowed up, though, a loss of a couple of yards back to the 30-yard line on the first play from scrimmage. Williams targets at receiver Ladarius Harris. And Terrius Jackson, Ronald Clark, and Ernest Stallworth. Also, we'll see Tyrese Albritton in the backfield with Wesley. And Damus Olds as well. So this is a very potent running attack that this Tigers team features. It is Wesley in the backfield. There's the snap and the throw goes right side, and it's complete. Across the 40-yard line, Ronald Clark hauls it in. That'll chew up big yards for PHS out to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, you know, one of our keys of the game, we were talking about PHS has got to be able to throw the ball a little bit. Hey, nothing special right there. A little slant route, a little pitch and catch. Great job.
12-yard pickup. That defense for Washington had it a moment ago. Who we got out there for the Wildcats?
On our D-line, we got Severson, Lewis, Gould, and Thomas.
And they've got some playmakers in the secondary as well.
Oh, no doubt. When they have Knight, Goldsmith out there, the bandit position, we have Thomas as well.
They'll throw left side, and it's incomplete for Ladarius Harris. There to break it up was Marcus Thomas. He timed that perfectly to knock that pass down from Tony Williams. That'll bring up 4th down, and PHS will be forced to punt on their first possession. It's a PHS team that had 9 kids that started last year that hadn't played football the year before. All of those kids are back this year. They're more experienced, and Mike Mincy really likes what he's got out of his team this year. Felt like that first week when they just got crushed. He said that was not who we were. Came back last week against Pace, played their brand of football, and got a big win.
Yeah,
now they're hoping to make it 2 in a row this week.
Looked like they were missing their punter there for a second.
It's hard to punt without a punter. And now flags fly.
You can't miss this punter. Look at those shoes.
How about those? That's a good look.
Those are impressive.
Now PHS will be forced to take a timeout. They use Kojo Don as their punter.
You can't miss him on the field, that's for sure.
It's got to be soccer shoes, don't they?
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah. Soccer shoes tend to be a little flashy.
You can't be mad at the punter. He was over there working on his stuff on the sideline.
Yeah, right.
Leave the kicker alone.
So they take the timeout. It'll be 4th down and 4 yards coming up for PHS, but they'll be punting with Don back at the 29-yard line.
See if PHS shifts again. If you're Washington up front, you just got to hold those guys up. Don't let them run out there. If one takes off, you got to stay with them. I wouldn't put it past PHS for a fake.
There's the snap. And a rugby-style punt partially blocked. It's going to be fielded at the 44-yard line. Washington has a return into PHS territory. Nice return.
Right place, right time. Nice heads-up play right there.
Sean Roberts picked it up and advanced it back to where really PHS needed to get to for the first down. It'll be 1st down and 10 for Washington on their first possession from the 47-yard line.
A bit of a left-footed rugby-style punt. You don't see that very often.
No, didn't seem to throw off Washington much. Ball at the 47-yard line. The Wildcats will start out of the shotgun. We get our first look at Joe Slattery. He's a homeschool kid. He's been to the program now the last couple of years. He sends Julian Robinson in motion. Split backs. Receivers split out to each side. Slattery takes the snap, fakes the give, and fires it quickly right side and completes the pass on the near sideline. A nice little pickup of about 5 yards on the first play from scrimmage. Rahami Richardson on the reception. The junior makes the catch on that first play.
Well, while we got a second, I'd like to mention the other big boys up front. For Washington, we have Wilkes, Hines, Lewis. On the other side, we have Robinson and Flaunacker.
Well, they're going to be busy today. This is a very powerful front for PHS defensively. Big group up there. They'll put some pressure on the quarterback. Out of the shotgun, Slattery has to hurry. Throws right side. It's incomplete. Right through the hands again of Richardson. It'll bring up 3rd down and 5.
Right on the money right there. Just a drop ball. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back.
Third down and 5 coming up. Ball at the 42-yard line. Washington and PHS territory. Slattery's out of the shotgun. 6-foot junior. He does have one man in the backfield. 2 receivers split out left side. One at the near side is Richardson. Takes the snap. Drops back, looking left, rolling out right side with time. Incomplete. Again, had a target. Led him perfectly to the sideline, but the pass was broken up by Calvin McCreary as it falls incomplete. Was intended for Terrius White, I believe.
Looked like we had some good pressure by number 55, Desmond Hurd, on the other side right there, forcing Slattery to kind of roll out a little bit.
So Washington's going to be forced to punt. 4th down coming up. There's the snap. The kick is away. It's a high punt. It'll land inside the 25 and come to rest at about the 23-yard line. PHS will have it. 1st down and 10 from their own 24, we'll call it. PHS not able to advance the football much in their first possession. We'll see how they do this second possession. It'll be 1st down and 10. Ball at the 24 for the Tigers. Tony Williams is out of the shotgun. They bunch up 3 receivers to the right side and send a man in motion. It's a jet sweep, and it goes to Kenny Wesley, and he is swallowed up for a huge loss in the backfield back to the 15. He's going to lose 9 yards on that play. They'll stop his forward progress at the 17-yard line.
That was a great play by Severson. Reading, make sure that boy was not going anywhere. He wasn't going to let go of him right there.
Amari Severson, just a sophomore defensive end, got in there first to make the hit.
It's a good-looking kid.
It'll bring up 2nd down, and now miles to go for PHS. Williams out of the shotgun, takes the snap, again, hands off. This time, Wesley finds a little space, gets some of those yards back that he lost on the previous play as he crosses the 20, and he's out to about the 23-yard line.
Yeah, it's going to force PHS to a 3rd and long. I don't think that really works in their favor with the rushing game, but looks like they're going to have to pass on this one unless they may come up with a screen. Utilize some of that speed they got.
Of course, Wesley was able to break off a huge run last week. He had 4 touchdowns as well and ended up running for 243 yards a week ago. He's in the backfield. Williams takes the snap, wants to throw it. Under pressure, though, gets rid of it. Completes a short pass out of the right flat. They're going to battle their way, though, for a 1st down. Still on his feet is Ernest Stallworth. Stallworth across the 40, and he's free. Stallworth down the sideline. Touchdown, PHS. No flags.
Right there. Absolutely great play.
Ernest Stallworth was bottled up. And then he broke free, 77 yards.
Watch right here. Quarterback steps up, makes a great throw. And after that, it's all Stallworth.
Boy, it looked like right there he would be done, but he got away from Jaquez Thomas, and then he was gone.
And it looked like Jackson with a great block right there to secure that touchdown.
Coach O'Don for the point after. PHS strikes first. 7-0 Tigers with 7:53 to go here in the first quarter. There's the snap, the hold, the kick. That's right through. Beautiful kick. And it'll be PHS with the early lead, 7:53 to go. First quarter from Washington High School on Tom Thumb Friday Night Rivals. Trayvon Ware's down to the sideline with us as the PHS Tigers strike first. Let's check in downstairs with Trayvon.
Defensive backs coach Byron Scott is stressing to his players that they make tackles and that they wrap up. After they just gave up that big touchdown, they're just really worried about their defensive backs not being able to hold the competition. Back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Trayvon. Yeah, they certainly broke some tackles in the secondary there. You can understand why you'd feel that way because they certainly broke free. They had him bottled up and probably had him short of the first down in a situation where PHS would have had to punt instead. He broke free and away he went. Ernest Stallworth with the 77-yard touchdown, and now PHS having to kick deep to Washington. We'll see Washington and the Wildcats in their second possession today. Here comes the return near the 30, switching fields, reversing sides, left side, he's open. Jalen Knight bottled up at the 40, but a flag flies as Knight is tackled and brought down at the 40-yard line of the far side of the field.
Well, we may have a block in the back.
I thought so. Actually, there's a couple of flags down. There's one back at the 27-yard line, another one at the 36. And I think both are going to be against Washington.
I agree.
A lot of times when you switch fields like that, it's tough.
Yeah, it looked like Simmons came back and had a block in the back here. We'll see what the ref says.
They've also emphasized a new rule this year, the illegal blindside hit. As we get our first look at our referee today, Willie Lawrence, Zeb Taylor on the crew with Matt Covington, Bernard Kemp, John Baggs, Nathaniel Fountain, and Olivia Black as well. So there we go. They assess the penalties here, and they'll get them marked off. And we'll get the call here from Willie. Personal foul.
Ah.
All right, there you have it.
Block below the waist.
You bet. See if we see it. Everything there looks clean. A lot of times there it is.
There it is.
You bet.
And that rule is just simply for the safety of the players.
Right.
And you cannot go after a guy's knees like that. It is way too dangerous.
All right, Washington now looked like they'd have great field position to start this drive. Instead, they're back at their own 13-yard line. First down and 10 for the Wildcats. Stallworth out of the shotgun. Slattery takes the snap, drops back, rolling, under pressure, gets away, can't get away again. He's tackled back near the 5-yard line.
And there's that man.
Devontae Bryant, the UCF commit. Great pass rusher, and we see why. He is a big guy out there, and he makes the sack.
It's just relentless on the pass rush right there, not giving up, just continuing the play, really putting the pressure on Slattery. You can't miss him if you're Slattery.
Slattery escaped once, couldn't get away a second time. A huge loss there. It'll be second down and about 17 yards to go. Looks like. Slattery's out of the shotgun, takes the snap, hands it off, sweep, going the right side, coming towards us across the 10-yard line and diving out towards the 15 on the sweep to Julian Robinson, the junior. We'll bring up third down, but positive yards there, over 10 yards on that carry.
Yeah, you can count that for the receivers right there. What a great job they did blocking for him.
A 10-yard carry brings up third down and 7 yards to go.
Maybe we'll see a deep shot to fastest man on the field, Mystical McGee, right here.
We haven't said his name much yet, have we?
Perfect timing right here. And he's got press coverage on his side. It'll be a great opportunity.
McGee split out to the left side. There's the pass, left side. It's complete. It is McGee bringing it right side across the 30. McGee out of bounds, has the first down as he's tackled at the 35-yard line.
There's that speed. Thought he was going deep. Just get the ball in his hands and let him use that speed to his advantage. Great job right there. Some great moves as well if we watch right here.
20-yard completion to Mystical McGee. And that'll move the chains for the Wildcats. We've got a timeout on the field, water break. 5:59 to go in the first quarter. 7-0. It's PHS with the lead on Tom Thumb Friday Night Rivals. Beautiful evening here at Washington High School, Pensacola. Glad to be with you with Jeff Price. I'm Tommy Throw on Tom Thumb Friday Night Rivals. It is first down and 10, Washington. Slattery's out of the shotgun, takes the snap. Hands it off. They try to find a little space up the middle, but nothing doing there.
And there's you-know-who again. They call him Pig.
It's one of those nicknames that's just kind of been there forever. I don't think you could probably ask where that originated. I don't think anybody's going to know.
Yeah, I agree on that one. Although I will say he plays dirty on that line.
Well, he does. A loss of 4 on the play. Make it 3. It'll be second down and 13 coming up for Washington. It's going to be really tough to run between the tackles with the size that PHS has up front.
All I can tell you is stay away from 44.
No doubt. It's lined up on the left side of that line. Slattery's out of the shotgun, takes the snap, rolling. He's being chased by Bryant, fires left side. It's complete. Did he catch it in bounds? He did. First down into PHS territory at the 46-yard line. Mystical McGee going up. The senior hauls it down.
How about those hands? But how about getting the foot in? Great job in high school. You only need one.
Great throw, great job to get him the ball to that outside. Mystical McGee with a 25-yard completion. That's got a chance to be our Baker Metalworks play of the game right there. We'll see. Stick around after the game for our Baker Metalworks play of the game. Plus, Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram is going to recognize one of these players as our player of the game. There was a penalty and a big one against PHS that'll give Washington a bunch of bonus yards at the end of that play. Now they're going to have it in great position at the 31-yard line, first down and 10 for the Wildcats. Slattery's out of the shotgun. He does have one man in his backfield. Slattery sends a man in motion. Now they'll hand it off up the middle, and again, not much room to run up there.
Yeah, I just don't think they're going to have a lot of success up the middle with this big defensive line of PHS.
That was one thing, and talking with Mike Mincy, felt like he was going to get a pretty good push up front. Certainly has got that.
Absolutely.
Seems like these guys are getting into the backfield pretty quickly.
Well, Washington's got a really good-sized offensive line as well. It's just PHS is playing very disciplined right now.
Second down, 11 coming up for Washington. Slattery sends a man in motion. That's Anderson. Rolling out, right side. Slattery being chased by a cavalry, but he completes the pass to the right side, inside the 15-yard line.
Greg Perkins. It's a great job right there. Great catch. Great throw. I tell you, Washington's going to have to continue to roll out Slattery just to get away from that pass rush a little bit.
So Perkins with the 18-yard reception. Another first down for the Wildcats. First down and 10, Washington. Ball on the 14.
I think the only Achilles heel for PHS's defensive line is a lack of speed right here.
The Wildcats trying to answer inside the Tom Thumb red zone. Handoff goes up the middle. Little space on the trap to Julian Robinson. He'll chew up about 4 yards on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 6.
And you know that trap gets a few yards right there because Washington's going sideline to sideline. Those defensive ends are trying to cut out those running lanes for Slattery.
2nd down and 6. Slattery out of the shotgun again. He's got receivers split out to each side. 2 men in the backfield again, including Robinson. Mystical McGee out of the left side. Looking left side, his way. McGee goes up. It is incomplete, but almost intercepted out there by Tyrese Albritton, a guy that plays both ways, and he nearly picked it off.
Yeah, not a bad throw. If you're Slattery, you may want a little more air on that. Looked like a fade route he was trying to get right there, but not a bad throw at all. It was a great play on defense right there. 3rd
down and 6 coming up for Washington. You might be in 4th down territory here. You may not be looking to kick a field goal if you get to 4th down. 2:48 remaining, first quarter, 7-0 PHS. They scored on their second drive. Washington trying to answer. Slattery out of the shotgun. Throws left side. It's complete. And McGee is into the end zone. No, he's out of the 1. Mystical McGee on the reception. It'll bring up 1st and goal for Washington from the 1.
If you look at the Bob Tyler Toyota instant replay right here, McGee takes off before the ball even gets there. Great job right there. This kid is something special.
Just stepped out of bounds right before. This is the 11th play of the drive coming up now for Washington. Remember, they started this drive because of a penalty way back deep in their own territory. They'll go right side. The ball is in. Touchdown.
Wow. That looked like that snap ricocheted off of somebody. And once again, right place, right time for Washington. What a bizarre play.
Ernest Jones finds the end zone for Washington. Yeah, that wasn't how that was supposed to go.
Absolutely not, but I tell you what, Washington will take it right here.
A broken play. Touchdown Wildcats, they answer. They started at their own 11-yard line. They go 89 yards for the touchdown.
Tell you that Slattery to McGee combo, I think that's going to give PHS some problems all night long.
Now for the point after to tie it up. There's the snap, the hold, the kick is up. It is good. Washington ties it up. We're all even at 7, 2:27 to go, first quarter. This is Tom Thumb Friday Night Rivals. These are Comfort Dental Fan Cam today. Comfort Dental online at comfortdentalforme.com. The kick is going to be brought out. Albritton across the 20-yard line, and he is upended out of bounds over at the 28.
Quite a hurdle he had there. Yeah, that seems like that's becoming more popular in football nowadays, is the hurdle.
Sometimes it's illegal. I think a lot of high school levels it is.
Right.
Here in the state of Florida, you can't legally do it anyways.
I believe you can't hurdle if it's above the belt.
Maybe that's what it is.
I believe is what it is. If they go below, I think you're okay.
Which is funny. It's the player that would do the hurdling that gets the penalty, but it's to protect them.
Right.
Odd. Out of the shotgun, we see Williams. He hands it off left side. Misdirection to Wesley. And Wesley gets into the secondary and chews up about 8 yards on the first down play out to the 35. So 2nd down and 2 coming up for PHS. Well, just short of the 35-yard line. Williams out of the shotgun, takes the snap, hands it off. They go right side, trying to plow his way through the line as Olds. He pinballs off a couple of tacklers before he's dropped after a very marginal gain, maybe 1 to the 36. Not even to the 36-yard line, just shy of it. Third down and a long one. We'll call it 2 coming up for PHS. And a big third down for Washington's defense. PHS breaks the huddle with just Wesley in the backfield. Now they'll motion a man, and it's a read option. Wesley ends up getting the carry, but you could tell there was confusion. He loses yards back to the 34.
Yeah, it looks like he was trying to pull it out. I don't think they were on the same page there, but hey, looks like the punt team coming back out again for PHS. Sure hate that.
PHS will be forced to punt with the game tied at 7 inside of a minute to go here in the first quarter of Tom Thumb Friday Night Rivals. Thanks for being with us tonight. Glad you could join us on what was really a nice night for football.
Yeah, we understand the reason there's not a lot of games being played, but I tell you what, you couldn't ask for a better night tonight.
Eric Goldsmith, the return man for Washington. The punt is away.
It's a good one.
It is. It'll be fielded by Goldsmith to the outside. Goldsmith in space. Wow, he's fast. Cuts it back inside. Goldsmith to the 25-yard line.
Would you look at the wheels on him? Boy, he just took off when he hit that sideline.
Eric Goldsmith, lightning quick, as you see again on our Bob Tyler Toyota replay. A return from the 32-yard line, and then boom, away you went. "42 yards on the return for the Wildcats. They'll have, well, there's a flag down. Across the field at the 41.
Like a hit in the back right there. You saw in our replay earlier, somebody come flying back by.
And that is, well, it's a blindside hit. It's the illegal blindside hit. It's a new penalty this year.
Once again, just for the safety, but I can tell you, even playing back in high school, that's the one that you love to turn around and peel back on somebody, but you just can't do it.
We'll take another look.
Try to see who it is right here.
There it was.
Just a blur.
Usually you get hit kind of in the side like that, and that's what they're talking about. You're trying to turn up field, and you can't see that defender there, and you get clocked. Handoff straight up the middle. The final play of the first quarter. Washington tied with PHS at the end of 1. We had a classic last night. This one's shaping up to be more of the same this evening at Washington High. It's Tom Thumb Friday Night Rivals. There's our Comfort Dental Care fan cam tonight. Family having a good time, catching some high school football, and Pensacola High fans, they're happy so far. We're all tied up. Slattery's out of the shotgun here for Washington. Flags. I believe we've got a false start. Yep. Somebody jumped early.
Well, if you look, PHS, like they were bringing some heat right there, and I don't know if the O-line was ready for it. So PHS was ready to bring the house.
So that'll back him up 5 yards. It'll bring up second down now at 11. There's Charlie Ward. This is really his first class that's gotten up to the senior level now. And, boy, what a job. You know, he's really trying to change an entire culture, and he feels like they're really starting to take some steps this year. He really likes this team that he's got. Slattery back to pass. Looks deep, throws left, has McGee caught at the 50. He makes a move by the defender down the sideline. He's out of bounds at the 34-yard line.
What a great catch, but a on-target perfect throw by Slattery right there. Just what a perfect throw. Put a little air under it, let him run underneath it, and he'll do the rest.
McGee knew he was about ready to get cleaned up pretty good there by Antarius Jackson, so he just decided he'd step out of bounds. 42 yards, pretty good reception there for McGee.
Oh, yeah, live to fight another day on that one.
First down and 10 for Washington from the 34-yard line. Slattery out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands it off, goes right side, space up the middle, spinning his way for a first down across the 20. Julian Robinson keeping the chains moving.
And the key right there, watch that Washington O-line right there get to the second level and make those key blocks, just opening up those running lanes. That was a great job by that O-line.
15 yards on that carry for Robinson. First and 10 from the 20. Feel like we didn't see this many flags last week. A lot of penalties already. Willie Lawrence and his crew throwing laundry all over the field tonight. This crew from the Southeastern Football Officials Association.
As if Washington needed any help on this drive right here. That'll sure hurt PHS. If I'm Washington, I got a tough time going to anybody else but McGee out there.
Of course, it was Robinson that picked up the big yards on the previous play, so we'll see what he goes with here. McGee again lined up to the left side. Anderson split out to the right. Plus Rudolph out to that right side as well with Anderson. And they're still getting, I think, the previous penalty sorted out before they get this going. 11:24 to go. Now everybody's ready. Notebooks filled out. All right, game on.
Markers are down. We got a first and goal.
Inside the Tom Thumb red zone from the 9. Slattery. Gives it to the outside. Robinson to the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. The Wildcats have their first lead of the evening.
Yep, what a great run once again, but look at that O-line. Just driving them downfield. Great job. Looks like a great block. Number 81, Greg Perkins right there to spring him for the touchdown.
$11:06 to go. Great crowd here. PHS has really traveled well. The visiting side's all packed. The home stands certainly filled in pretty nicely here as well at Washington. Great evening for football. They've been treated to a good game so far, but the kick is shanked to the left. 13-7 Washington. Let's go downstairs once again where Trayvon Ware is standing by.
Thank you, guys. The crowd is outstanding tonight. There's so many people here. The energy is amazing. There's not one seat available tonight. There's about 150 to 250 people standing because there's not one seat available. The kids are having a good time. The crowd is loud. Back to you.
Well, they're having a good time here at Washington High School, and as well they should be. An explosive football game early on.
Look back here behind the end zone. There's all those people he's talking about lined up. That may be more than 150.
I feel like that's a few more than 200 people. They're still piling into this place.
Could be the Kona Ice over there.
Well, it could be. That'll do it.
Hey, if you're going to stand over there, you might as well.
Hey, that'd be great right now, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
You know, we've been doing this. This is, I believe, year 4 of Friday Night Rivals. And this is the best crowd I can remember at a football game.
This is truly amazing tonight. And they're an energetic crowd, no doubt.
There's the kick. It'll be returned from the 15. And a pretty nice return for Ernest Stallworth out near the 30. Coming up after the game, don't forget, we'll have our Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Player of the Game, plus our Baker Metalworks Play of the Game. We've had some candidates already for that.
Oh, absolutely. Should be a tough one, especially if the game continues to play out the way it has so far.
I think it's going to be whichever big play happens last that's freshest in our memories.
Hey, just like last week, Catholic Gulf Breeze.
Look at this. It's a madhouse here. It's incredible.
This is great.
That's what high school football is supposed to be about right there.
Hey, when you're the only game tonight, this is what it's supposed to be all about right here.
A lot of blue, a lot of navy, or a lot of maroon. You would think that there's quite a few people from other games that would want to come here tonight. I don't know that there's room for them. The pass is tipped at the line of scrimmage and it falls incomplete. Second down and 10 coming up for PHS. Tony Williams, smart player. He's a really good game manager. And Mike Mincy said they really haven't had to throw with him a whole lot so far. They did throw with him a little bit week one just because they got down by so many so quick. So that really wasn't his defense's fault. They turned it over 5 times, a lot of times inside their own, deep in their own territory. This is a quick pass to the right side. Ronald Clark on the reception. A first year, really is a big playmaker for this Pensacola team.
Yeah, you know, PHS doesn't have the numbers you might expect for their classification, but I tell you what, every guy that touches that field's a ball player.
PHS in District 1 5A, Washington 1 6A to pass. Left side incomplete. Stallworth was covered up pretty good over there. Sean Roberts on the coverage. There is a flag down, though.
I wonder if he got there too early.
I'm kind of curious. Stallworth certainly thought he did. The officials will discuss.
This one, you're in a great position. You just got there a hair early. You hate it for the kid, but it is what it is.
It's not NFL blitz.
What a great game.
Just saw it had an anniversary, 20 years old now, this week. It is pass interference, you were right. I think it was just this weekend, maybe, is the anniversary of the all-time classic video game. A lot of us can remember staying up many sleepless nights with friends playing that all through the evening. All right, here we go. First down and 10. PHS still in their own territory, but the chain's moving. They keep it with the quarterback, and Williams straight up the middle for a first down to the 40. Now we see why Williams ran for over 100 yards last week. He's got great speed. Really caught him off guard there. There's a little trickery, too.
Yeah, I mean, with the speed PHS has going sideline, that's a great play for him right there. Sneak it up the middle.
First and 10 from the 39-yard line after the 13-yard run by Tony Williams. And the gun, 5 wide. He motions Albritton. Handoff. And tripped up at the 40-yard line. No gain for Ladarius Harris.
Yeah, and this defense for Washington is just relentless. They just continue to just come after the ball, and you look, and when the one guy's going to make the tackle, there's 4 or 5 blue jerseys coming his way for help.
Sean Roberts on the stop there. That'll bring up second down. Still 10 to go. No gain in the play at the 39. Both of these head coaches really kind of trying to change their programs, changing the culture surrounding the program as well. Both, I think, are really starting to see some of the fruits of their labor come through this year. Pass left side. It's Albritton that pulls it down. Tripped up at the 35. Give them the 34-yard line. Short of the first down, but it'll bring up third down and manageable here.
You want to talk about two of the most historic schools in Pensacola, and these two are it right here. You know, of course, Pensacola being the oldest one, but Booker T. Washington has so much rich tradition here as well.
Third down and 4.
Just like to say, my mother's actually a grad of Booker T. Washington.
Oh, so. No way. All right. So you got some Washington in the family.
Absolutely.
Handoff. They fake it. Williams up the middle. Hit from behind, but not before he picks up the first down. It was swallowed up from behind by Jordan Payne, the junior defensive end. He wasn't about to let him go. Payne was on him the whole time. He just couldn't quite bring him down.
If your PHS is the kind of drive you want right here to give your defense a little bit of a break after giving up the score, and it's nothing special, just a little dink and dunk right here.
Trying to find a little space up the middle is Albritton. He does, though. Chews up a couple of yards on a patient run from Tyrese, the junior.
Looked like he was going for no gain right there, and he made something out of nothing. Great job.
Second down. 8 yards for PHS. Flags. Somebody moved early. This will probably move them back 5 yards. Yep, false start. Now second down. Mike Mincy doesn't like that, and he's having a pretty spirited, one-sided conversation with Tarius Jackson.
Yes, when you come off the field, you try to find the coach and go the opposite direction to the water cooler.
Yeah, coach still finds a way to find you, though.
Oh, without a doubt.
Williams with time, fires, complete. What a catch. First down for PHS inside the 10. Ladarius Harris going up to haul that in. "20-yard catch for Harris. And now PHS is back inside the Tom Thumb red zone. Left side, bouncing into the outside, Wesley. Wesley's into the end zone, touchdown.
Well, we got a flag.
Oh. And it goes against PHS. So that'll bring it back.
The dreaded holding play on a touchdown. Yep, coach don't like that one.
Mike Mincy's facial expression says it all. Still first down, but with the hold, Tigers are back to the 22. Now just outside the Tom Thumb red zone. Wesley swallowed up in the backfield. And now after it looked like they had a touchdown, they're going the wrong way.
Severson, what a great play right there. Once again, not letting them get outside. We talk about PHS has all this speed, but this D-line is doing a great job preventing them run outside, sideline to sideline.
Mari Severson, the sophomore defensive end. Now second down.
He's going to be a good player, especially as a sophomore already.
Right.
Good-looking kid.
Back at the 28-yard line now.
Charlie Ward's happy for that kid.
Oh, you bet. 3 plays in a row now. PHS has gone backwards. Second down. Back to pass. Williams to throw. Right side, incomplete, but a flag's down. I think this could be pass interference, and it wasn't even on the targeted receiver.
No, it
Ladarius Harris got upended before the ball got there.
Back and forth and back and forth. We have no shortage of penalties tonight.
No, good luck to Derek Diamond, who's in charge of our stats, trying to total up all the penalty yards tonight.
Seems like just when he gets caught up, he gets behind again.
Yeah, his calculator's actually smoking right now. Charlie Ward, a little unhappy there. Heisman Trophy winning quarterback at Florida State. His trophy case just from his college days alone is impressive, let alone his accomplishments in the NBA for 11 seasons. Harris motions, the ball goes pitched back to Harris. Harris along the outside, it comes out. The ball comes out, but he's down at the goal line.
Great play fake right there. Fooled me a little bit. Not sure who had the football.
Fooled the camera operators as well.
That's when you know it's a good one.
Yeah. They don't get fooled much.
Absolutely not. They do a great job.
Yeah, their eyes are a little better than ours. They're the lens on their eyes, for whatever reason, is bigger. Williams takes the snap, wants it himself, tries to find room to the outside, but he is hit hard and swallowed up, nowhere to go. Severson again on the stop. The sophomore defensive end. We've said his name a few times tonight.
Kid's going to get some offers after this game.
No doubt. Well, it's 4th down and goal for PHS. They're at the 1-yard line. Williams out of the shotgun. Flags.
Oh, no.
And PHS takes a timeout. They want to talk it over.
Thought we had another penalty there for a second.
Timeout on the field. Timeout for us. 13-7. Washington leads at 5:07 left in the half. Tom Thumb, Friday Night Rivals on WFGX 35. PHS trying to find their way into the end zone right now. 4th down and goal. The ball resting at the 2-yard line with Washington up by 6. 5:07 left in the half. Tony Williams leads the Tigers back out onto the field.
Seems like this crowd's into this play.
It's all Britton in the backfield. They motion a man. There they go to the outside. Pitch to Albritton, looking for the corner. He's got it. Albritton in. Touchdown, PHS. Tyrese Albritton runs it in from 2 yards out, and the Tigers answer.
A little option play. Not a bad idea right there.
And it looked like it caught Washington off guard, too. They didn't have an answer for it.
Like great block by Medley right there on the outside.
.501 to go in the half, and now PHS trying to reclaim the lead. There's the snap, the kick. The hold is good. The kick is up. It is good. Kojo Dunn boots it through after a 13-play drive that covered 72 yards. PHS with the answer, and they're back in front by an extra point.
And hey, you take the lead. Why not do a little shimmy after the extra point right there? If you got shoes like that, you got to have moves.
It would really be a disappointment if he didn't. See, he's still dancing over there. You bet.
See, that's why we can't have neon shoes.
No, we can't. No chance. There's a few reasons why we can't. The dance moves are part of it. There you go. Got to have the tee. He was enjoying his dancing.
Yeah, he's got to go
Forgot
back.
he had to go back and kick off.
Got to go back to work.
Charlie Ward trying to discuss some things with the officials, maybe that he saw. He doesn't seem real happy, but Charlie Ward really big on integrity with his program. He's had to make a lot of personnel changes. He has rotated a lot of guys through this program to to really fit what he's trying to accomplish here and align the goals, and he really feels like his team is headed in the right direction now. He likes where they're going, and he really likes the progress that they have made.
And he's very passionate about it as well, and you can really get behind somebody just in general, not to mention his background.
Coach O'Donnell tee it up.
Back for the Wildcats, number 5, Eric Goldsmith, and number 7, Julian Robinson.
Julian Robinson back to return. Well, 2 guys deep. Return this kick from Dunn. They're not going to give him much of a chance. It'll bounce. It's muffed, picked up. Going the wrong way, though. He escapes one to the 20. Down to the 27-yard line. And the return from Eric Goldsmith. That'll be 1st and 10, Washington, from just inside their own 30. No shortage of candidates for play of the game after this, presented by Baker Metalworks and Supply. Friends at Baker Metalworks and Supply are your metal roof headquarters, 3 locations. Serve you. 14-13 is our score with PHS up. Missed extra point, the difference right now. Slattery back to throw. Quick pass to the outside. He's got a man in the flats. And a quick 6-yard pickup to the outside.
Well, if you're Washington, that's a really smart play. You notice PHS has a safety over the top, McGee right there, so they're kind of doubling McGee, and it's gonna make a great matchup. Whoever's in the slot right there. They are not gonna let McGee beat them this time.
They got 6. They need 4 for a first down. 2nd down from the 35. Slattery in the gun. Hands off to Robinson, motioning across on the sweep. Robinson dives for the first down. It's tackled inbounds, close to the marker.
Looks like he's got it.
They'll measure. I thought so, but they want to be sure.
Oh. They're going to go ahead and signal a first down on that one.
I want to thank our friends today that fed us pregame. Italy's Finest. You can find them online, Italy's Finest, pizzeria.com. Dine in, carry out. They'll even cater for your big parties. Just north of Cordova Mall on 9th. I could have had a whole pie again today.
Oh, no.
It was incredible.
It's great.
Back to pass. Slattery under pressure. Escapes, throws, completes. Into PHS territory, down inside the 40.
I believe Slattery likes pressure. He seems to not really be fazed by it, and he likes to roll out.
That time the tight end Greg Perkins was the target.
Perkins seemed to be more of a game plan for him right here. We have a flag, unfortunately.
You know, sometimes incomplete passes will slow down a game. This time, too many trips to the laundromat.
Yeah, I'm curious how many penalties there's been tonight.
I've got a guy that might have that answer.
Yeah, but he's been so busy tonight, I almost hate asking him.
Well, he's on his 7th pencil. Trying to keep up with all the numbers. Derek Diamond, our stat guy in the booth today. Mike Mincy saying, yeah, let's save it on these penalties, huh?
Get them all out in the first half.
First down and Miles here. High snap. Handoff. Some of the mini yards back that they need to get. I didn't see the penalty, to be honest.
I didn't either. All I know is it was first and forever, and now it's second and looks like still forever.
They are back at the 22-yard line. They need to get to the 49 for a first down. Mercy.
Once again, PHS not giving up the deep ball to McGee.
Slattery out of the shotgun, though. He's got some targets split out to each side. He wants to throw it under pressure. Has time now. Fires deep. McGee! First down and then some into PHS territory. Still on his feet. McGee out of bounds to the 32.
Absolutely incredible. I just talked about PHS doubling him. Two's not enough. Better bring the whole house.
Mystical McGee. A huge completion. And how about the poise of Slattery?
Look at that, on the money once again. He's got nice touch. Slattery's got really nice touch. But keep in mind, McGee was one of the players to watch for, and we see why.
No flags this time, so the chains move.
That's a first there for a while.
43 yards on the completion there to McGee. First down and 10. Now we'll have a timeout. Washington wants a break. They're down by one with 3:14 to go in the half. This is Tom Thumb, Friday Night Rivals. First and 10 for Washington. They've got the ball at the 33. PHS trying to find their way into the end zone again. Both teams with 2 touchdowns. The Wildcats have just missed an extra point. Slattery's in the gun. Play clock winding down, takes the snap, hands it off space. Left side, running room. First down to the 20-yard line. That time they went on the ground with Cameron Chisholm. Another first down just outside the Tom Thumb red zone at the 22. After a 12-yard pickup, Washington keeping the ball and keeping the momentum. Slattery motions a man, misdirection up the middle. Again, inside the 20 to the 15. Once again, Chisholm again. The sophomore running back getting some action here. Charlie Ward getting everybody offensively in on the act.
Looks like he's a jack of all trades. Little linebacker, tight end, running back.
Slattery's in the gun. Chisholm still in the backfield. They motion a man to the outside. And there's confusion along the line. I think this time PHS jumped.
Keep in mind last week, Booker T. Washington played Navarre pretty tough there till right at the end.
It was Washington that jumped that time. That'll back up Wildcats 5 yards.
In case any of you are wondering, over at in Mobile, South Alabama is playing Oklahoma State tonight. A little college score. It's 17-0 Oklahoma State in the second quarter. And since we don't have any high school games going on tonight,
there you go.
Bring it to the college level.
That's right.
And our Pensacola Blue Wahoos were crowned co-champions today.
Yes, they were. Wild day over there at Blue Wahoo Stadium. 12 innings in a matinee. Handoff towards the middle. Chisholm again. This time to the 15. And the Wahoos with their first ever Southern League title this afternoon, knocking off the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp.
Yeah, minor league teams have some of the most odd nicknames.
There's some weird names over there. The Blue Wahoos is traditional compared to a lot of them now.
Right.
New Orleans, the Baby Cakes. Slattery in the gun. Stacked receivers out to the left. Wants to throw, does. Completes it. Not much room for Kawan Presley, though. Now it'll be 4th down for the Wildcats. They're going for it here, no doubt. But after they move the ball down the field, this drive has kind of stalled a little bit here.
Yeah, and you can't blame them for going for it. You got 59 seconds left. Even if PHS gets the ball back, they're going to have a long way to go.
And they'll take a timeout again. Will Washington. Next week, Friday Night Rivals hits the road. We'll head out east. Navarre High School is our host, as Navarre will take on Choctaw. Got the Indians again next week. The Raiders and the Indians. That's going to be another fun matchup, and we'll see how much progress Choctaw has made since we had them week 1.
Right, and I tell you, Uten over there, the quarterback for Choctaw, that's a special player for him right there. But, hey, Choctaw, I believe they'll fare pretty well against Navarre.
Keep in mind this is a Washington team, as you mentioned, played Navarre really well down the stretch. Catholic played them tough. They've been challenged a little bit this year. That's a Navarre team, which they don't have Michael Carter anymore, so some of their weapons are gone. But one thing you know, Jay Walls always has them ready to go. So looking forward to getting to know that team next week as we get ready for that kickoff on Friday.
Well, the biggest thing is they're getting the W.
They are.
Don't matter how you get it, as
That's
long
right.
as you get it.
4th down for the Wildcats from the 20. They need 7 for 1st down. They were ready to go, but the officials were still huddled up. Well, the officials were huddled on the hash. There they are. Look at them.
Well, as many penalties as there have been, I'm sure the players don't really care for the officials
No,
tonight.
they don't need them out there. Let's just play anyways.
Backyard football.
Got this. Still trying to settle everything down.
I wonder what they're talking about.
Dinner plans, perhaps?
Maybe there's some good places. Hey, Italy's Finest.
There you go.
Right down the road.
9th Avenue. That is right down the road. It's very close.
There it is, Italy's Finest Pizzeria.
I need to get in there one day. Had it today. I've been there a few times, but it's been a little bit.
You're a busy guy.
Well, I still got to eat.
Absolutely.
If there's one thing I don't do, that's miss meals.
You and me both.
All right, here we go. 4th down. Now everybody's in place. Slattery under pressure throws. He's got a receiver. A one-handed attempt, but it's incomplete. Trying to reach out and haul it in with the one hand was Darius Anderson, but it falls incomplete. Washington will turn it over on downs.
Yeah, that might have been our play of the game right there as you look at the Bob Tyler instant replay. Wow.
He was wide open on an island, too. He just couldn't quite haul it in.
Interested to see what PHS will do right here. I'm sure they're going to try to get the ball down the field pretty quick.
All right, you've got 54 seconds left in the half. PHS is up by an extra point. They made one after their second touchdown. Washington missed their extra point try after their second touchdown. So, we'll see. They're going to run with it first. And they go to the outside. Not a whole lot of running room there for Ladarius Harris. He gets leveled. Dragged down in the finishing hit. It's kind of a big one, but he pops right back up.
Yeah, if you're PHS, it's not a bad play. Run sideline, see if you can find a crease, and move on from there. Right here, I think they may just run one more play, run the clock out.
30 seconds left, 2nd down and 8. PHS is up by 1. And now we'll have a timeout. They were going to have to run one more play. They weren't just going to be able to run the clock down.
Ooh, a false start.
False start, Tigers.
I think that makes the decision easier.
Yep. Now you take a knee, and that'll be it.
With all the penalties, I don't blame them. Just go to halftime right here and start over.
That's one thing I'd like to see in the second half, fewer penalties.
Or none.
But none would be great.
They've had enough for the next few weeks, I'm sure. Especially in Coach's mind right there. You can tell he is not happy.
I think that head shake tells it all.
They're going to have an interesting film session when they go back.
Yep. They do keep it on the ground, but this time the quarterback to the outside. That will bring the first half to a close. Nowhere for Williams to go. 8 seconds left. 14-13. PHS has the lead. And that's our score. We'll head into halftime. Pensacola High with the lead. Thoughts on the first half so far?
I mean, it's a battle out there. If you watch, both these defenses have played pretty well for Washington. They went to McGee for a while, and then it opened up the running game. So, but if you're PHS, I think you just got to come. You got to feel good about this half, but you got to come back out and not try to make the big play.
Pretty impressed that Washington was able to have success opening up the run game because of how good that front line is for PHS.
Yeah, they're big. They're definitely big. But once again, I think they've kind of got wore down a little bit, you know. And the one thing, when you're a kid that size and you got 4 of them that size, it'll take a toll on your body after a while. Those kids need some water too.
So we've reached the end of the first half. And it's PHS with the lead. They have the 1-point advantage, so we'll hear from Mike Mincy coming up in a moment. Stick around for the halftime report. We'll have some numbers for you from the first half. Plus, we'll take a look at some of the highlights from the first half, and there were quite a few first half highlights to show you, so we'll get to those in a little bit as well. So certainly plenty to get to. But right now, let's head down again to Trayvon, who's standing by with Mike Mincy.
Thank you, guys. Coach Mincy, how's the first half for you?
Well, it's just like we thought it would be. It's a battle. You know, Washington's got a very good team. They're well coached, so we knew it was going to be a battle. Defensively, they're just what we thought they were. They're tough. You know, we were able to make some plays and get the ball into the end zone, and you know we sustained one long drive, but points are going to be hard to come by. Offensively, you know, Mystical McGee is just what we thought he was. We've tried to double cover him and do things with him, and you know, he's just a great player, and great players make great plays.
All right,
we'll keep going.
All right, what are ways that you can slow him down?
Well, you know, we'll try something. We're going to go here and try to figure out what we need to do and get it done. But you know, he's just a great player, so we'll slow him down. I don't think you can stop him.
And with all the penalties, what are some ways that you guys could prevent the penalties?
Well, we just got to stay focused. You know, a lot of times, you know, a good defense, they cause the offense to have a lot of penalties. You know, having to hold and trying to get in there and do some things that that we're not ready to do. But just stay focused and do what we're supposed to do. Sustain drives like we did on the last drive there, and so you know I think we'll be okay.
All right. Thank you, Coach. All right, back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Trayvon. There you go. You hear from Mike Mincy, the PHS head coach. 14-13 at the half. It's the Tigers up by 1. Welcome back to our halftime report. Presented by our friends at B&C Nursery, as well as Airport Dental. Airport Dental on Airport Boulevard, east of Davis Highway, known for cosmetic dentistry, Lumineer dental veneers. Also ranked within the top 3 Lumineer providing dentist. Well, right now it's PHS with the lead. They're up by the missed extra point. Washington scored their second touchdown to go up by a score, and then they missed the extra point. PHS able to march down the field, answered, and made the extra point to take the lead, and that's where we're at. 14-13 is our halftime score. Now it's time for our 11 Law A-plus athlete with that presentation. Trayvon caught up earlier with tonight's winner.
I'm really excited because I did not expect this at all. I definitely like to thank my coach, Coach Smith. She's the best coach ever. Dr. Roberts, our amazing principal who never fails to just really boost Booker T's spirit. And, of course, my parents because they always believe in me. So, yeah, all of them. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this more than you could ever know. So I'm really excited.
I'm attorney Steve Luongo with Levin Papantonio. And at Levin Papantonio, we understand the value of education and teamwork that is gained through high school sports. That's why we are a proud supporter of student athletes everywhere.
Right now, it's PHS with the lead at the half, 14-13. It's Tom Thumb, Friday Night Rivals on WFGX 35. It's our halftime report presented by Airport Dental and B&C Nursery. B&C Nursery located in Pace on Chumuckla Highway, Milton, Florida, locally owned and operated for 14 years. Take care of full landscaping, hardscaping, including pavers and pergolas. Did I say that right? Anyways,
better not.
Pergolas. That's what it is. Pergolas. That's the thing over your your deck. I know what it is. Yeah. Anyways, we're at the half. That much I know. It's time for our Okaloosa Technical College Spotlight.
Okaloosa Technical College is proud to be the educator spotlight on Friday Night Rivals. The mission of Okaloosa Technical College is to prepare learners for success in high-tech, high-paying careers. The school first started in 1975 as Bay Area Vocational School. Since then, the name's changed many times, but the mission of helping to build a workforce to sustain the economy of Florida has always been the same. Our instruction is geared toward making sure that education and experience truly intersect while also assuring we are meeting the needs of our local workforce. Our programs are very affordable, helping to keep students out of the pitfalls of student loans. Most of the programs can be completed in about a year, allowing students the opportunity to start their careers as soon as possible. We offer assistance with finding financial aid, and we have open doors to allow you to visit our campus. Please call or drop by to set up a tour of our campus and find out how we can help you to get that life-sustaining career.
Shiflett's good. Let's see what he does on a 3rd and 48. Fling it long, up in the air, and picked. And that's just like a punt in that situation. Put it up in the air, but he threw it to one of the best quarterbacks around.
15-pound Chris Brown to move the pile up front. He does. The football comes out. It's picked up by West Florence, and they may take it to the house. It's going to be a touchdown by Sherrod Simon. Touchdown, West Florence. From 20, make it 32 yards out. He picked up the fumble.
Spread things out. Again, pressure. Looks like the same play. Shed has it. Leaps a defender across midfield and out of bounds.
Colt Bishop, and they're waiting for that breakout game for him. Pass is deflected, but it's complete anyway to Rasque. That's just a heck of a play defensively.
Cruisers off to do. How conservative are they? Oh, look at this. They want to throw it, picked off on the play, picked off by the Rangers. A chance to take it back the other way inside the 10-yard line, down to the 5. Pass picked off on the play for Hamilton Township.
20 seconds, guys, remaining.
Here's the snap, and he's going to run with it himself, and he's got it in. Touchdown. Here's
the ball
snap,
comes out.
and he's going to run with it himself, and he's got it in. Touchdown.
To the 30, across midfield, down the sideline. Dave Harris
South Florence has tied the
goes
game
the
in
distance.
36 seconds on the
Dolphins.
final play of the game.
Smith directly to his right. They call his number. Dante Smith to the outside. Gain of 5 yards so far. Back across the field to the 45-40. 35-30. Can they catch him on the sideline?
Welcome back. There's some of the highlights from around the nation on Friday Night Rivals, and 2 weeks in a row now we've had one of our plays in there. That was pretty exciting. That fumble recovered by the Dolphins that went the other way, the distance for the touchdown, and a wild one that one was. We are at the half. It is PHS up by 1. This is Tom Thumb Friday Night Rivals on WFGX 35.
Thank you, guys. Here I am with Mr. Bell, the athletic director here at Booker T. Washington. Mr. Bell, what are some ways that you guys can improve your football team?
Well, exactly. Through the off-season, we have made great upgrades to our locker room, our weight room, and also added a new strength coach. And I feel that has made a big turn in our program. Coach Ward is going into his 4th year now, and the coaches and the players are starting to learn his system and starting to buy in.
And with all this amazing energy here tonight, what are how can you get the crowd going a little bit better?
Well, we can go up and consistently keep the lead. I feel we're playing great defense. We had a great chance to have a couple more turnovers come our way. I believe we will.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Bell. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Trayvon. Now I think we can go to break. It's 15-14 PHS at the half. This is Friday Night Rivals on WFGX 35. Washington High School band entertaining the fans here at halftime. You know, I would always like to hear a band play American Pie at some point at halftime. I just think it's so fitting because that's part of what the song's about. But I haven't heard it yet. Anyways, we're at the half of a really good football game. Here's a look at some of the numbers from the first half with PHS in front. They're up 14-13 right now. The big difference in the game is a missed extra point. Time of possession pretty much dead even. Both teams have had mixed results on the ground, but really Washington's got it done through the air really well, 170 yards. Surprising to see PHS with more yards through the air than on the ground, though.
Right, and we heard about their great rushing attack, but tonight they're having to do it. They're having to do it through the air.
So far, a lot of penalties. That's really what you need to know. 12 of them for almost 100 yards in this game, but neither team has turned the ball over yet. Of course, turnovers were a problem earlier. That's all we've got for you for our halftime report from BNC Nursery and Airport Dental. The second half comes your way next on Tom Thumb Friday Night Rivals. About ready to get going in the second half. Before we do, Trayvon's downstairs with Charlie Ward.
Thank you, guys. Coach Ward, what are some ways that you can improve from the first half to the second half?
Well, on offense, we have to execute against what they're going to be doing as far as their man-to-man on the pass, and also we've been doing a good job of running the football. And defensively, we got to continue to contain their guys and tackle their backs.
All right, thank you, Coach. Good luck. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Trayvon. Here we go. Just about ready to get this thing going in the second half of play. The band and the crowd riled up here right in front of us before the start of the second half. They're all gathered around, and well, that's a great band.
That's impressive. It got me riled up.
Yeah.
Sitting up here.
Let's go. Let's play some football in the second half. They've had some success here at Washington High School over the years, but they are looking to return to some of those years of glory here in Washington.
Making the alumni proud.
Well, look at the crowd that's here tonight. I mean, this is a rich tradition of football, and they come out. Speaking of football, exciting first half. Tony Williams has had success through the air. This play, a huge one to Ernest Stallworth. A lot of physical yards after the catch to find the end zone for the first PHS touchdown. And then it was the opportunity for Washington. Rolling out, Slattery finds Mystical McGee on a great catch. And then to the end zone. Rolling out again, Slattery. This time he goes to his tight end that makes the catch. The ball popped out, but Washington fell on it in the end zone for their first touchdown. Then Washington would go ahead. The handoff to Julian Robinson. Now we've got back to live action here. This is happening now. Return set up across the 25-yard line to the 27. It'll be first down and 10 for Washington. From their own 27-yard line, speaking of Mystical McGee, had 6 catches for 140 yards in the first half.
Make sure you put him on your fantasy team this week. That was a great job.
No doubt.
I think the biggest thing for him, though, is he opened up the run game, which wasn't there for Washington to start the game off.
No, but once they started to connect with him, all of a sudden, that running game opened up. They had to kind of honor that. Mystical McGee's looked good so far tonight. All right, here we go. Slattery back at quarterback. He's out of the shotgun. They motion one. Now they'll motion a second. Up the middle, handoff. Got 3 on the first down play. Julian Robinson gets the carry. Now second down. Gain of 3, so it's 7 yards for the first down. Ball at the 30.
So they got McGee out here on an island, one-on-one.
Sweep to the left, trying to find some space up the middle, but he's swallowed up.
And there's that big D-line. Got him a little, got him some Gatorade at halftime. They're ready to go now.
Nowhere to go for Darius Anderson. Look at these guys and how big they are up front. Desmond Hurd right there pictured. He is 6'2", 240 pounds.
That's a strong 240.
Devontae Bryant, Tyrese Cunningham, Jacoby Lyles. This is a big front four. That's why it's so difficult to run on them, and that's why they needed the passing game to open up some lanes. But right now it's third down and short 11. Long 10, back to pass. Slattery under pressure, escapes one. Gets the pass off. Diving catch on the sideline. It's complete to Anderson.
So he's going to be a little short there, bringing up a fourth down. But once again, Slattery just in the face of pressure. Continues to keep his cool, rolls out, makes a great throw right there, and an even better catch.
There's a flag down, though. Now the question is, do you take the penalty and move him back, or do you go ahead and accept the result of the play and make him punt on fourth down? Looks like they're going to take the penalty, and it'll be third down and long again. Boy, very long. All the way back at the 12-yard line. It's third down. They need to get to the 37 for a first down.
A little confusion on Washington. Not sure if they're in the punt formation or had a punt crew out there.
Yeah, it looked like they did.
Back.
Now they're going to send the offense back out.
Either way, it's third and
Miles?
Yes.
Speaking of Miles Bentley of Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, happy to have his dealership back involved with Friday Night Rivals again this year, sponsoring our player of the game. Slattery's out of the shotgun. Reverse towards the middle, but nowhere to go. About 5 yards on the carry, but it'll bring up fourth down. It worked out. They reverse to Robinson, and boy, when you give this Washington team a second chance like that, a lot of times they can find a big hole. We've seen them do it already in this game. I was surprised they didn't just take the fourth down and make them punt in.
Yeah, you know, Coach Mincy looked like he had some pretty good confidence in that D-line right there as they forced their way in the backfield and kind of blew up that little reverse right there. Great job.
Forced to punt. Looks like a decent punt that'll land at the 40. And it takes a Washington bounce near midfield. There's a flag down.
Looks like they didn't get the memo on no flags in the second half.
Nope. We tried. We pleaded. It's fallen on deaf ears. The ball is spotted right now at midfield.
Once again, Coach Mincy's face says it all. I think this one might be on the Wildcats.
I kind of thought so as well. But I think the coaches on both sides are getting tired of the penalties.
Right, absolutely. Be a lot of punishment running come Monday.
Yes. Yeah.
So they're going to decline it.
2 penalties will offset. It'll be 4th down again. So we had an illegal shift and then a hold. So offsetting penalties. And
2 penalties in 1. How fitting for tonight.
There you go. Washington will get to run another play. They'll punt it again. Of course, that one wasn't bad. You really don't want to give PHS the ball back at midfield, but that might be the best you can do at this point.
That would actually probably be a positive.
Mystical McGee also handles the punting for this team. Meanwhile, Tyrese Albritton is back to return. Oh, my. More whistles. So this is a false start against the Wildcats.
So we've had 4 penalties and no play or 1 play?
I think so, no play.
Okay, so, well, you know.
Right. No, you're right. There was 1 in there.
Yeah, they decided to let us
play.
do 1 play, and then they were going to, mix it up a little bit.
9 to go. Now McGee's going to be punting from his own end zone.
Speaking of McGee, talking about kind of doing everything, I think I saw him giving out water to the other guys as well.
That's good. Team player. This will set up a return. Albritton trying to reverse his field. He's deep in his own territory, being chased. Hit at midfield, and after all of that, it's pretty much right back to where the punt initially started. It'll be 1st and 10 for PHS.
Most importantly, no flags.
No flags. That's good. Progress.
1 step at a time.
That's right. The 46.
Here come the big buffet busters of PHS. They're some big old boys.
They do some work up front against this Washington team. Of course, the Wildcats pretty quick defensively, so they've given the size of PHS some fits. Williams is out of the shotgun. High snap. Williams carries. Hit. Can't get away. No, he does. Now he falls at midfield. Boy, at first it looked like he got away from the grasp of Eric Thomas, but then he tripped. And down he went.
Yeah, Eric Thomas doing a great job fighting off the block right there, getting a handle on him, but quarterback just couldn't get away.
A loss of 4. It'll be 2nd down and 14 coming up for PHS. Tigers are up by 1. The difference in the game, a missed extra point.
This Washington defense is sneaky athletic out there against that big front for PHS.
Williams is out of the shotgun. They put a man in motion and hand it off straight up the gut to Wesley. Nearly gets most of the yards lost in the previous play back. Wesley still a yard short of the original line of scrimmage to the 48. 3rd and 11 coming up for PHS.
Yeah, I think Coach Mincy was right. The big Achilles heel for PHS, they just can't sustain a drive.
3rd and 11 for PHS. Washington hoping to come up with a big stop here and get the defense off the field. Williams wants to throw it. Fires, and it is caught. A diving catch at the 41. And Terrius Jackson got his arms under it to haul it in. It'll bring up 4th down, but they may go for it here now. And 4th and much more manageable after they pick up 6 yards. It's 4th and 5.
Yeah, they're bringing the punt team out, but you got to be aware of that fake, especially with those neon shoes out there. We know he's got some moves. We saw him on the sideline.
Could you ever wear those?
Oh, yeah, we talked about that before.
Oh, yeah,
you
said,
got to have moves.
You said no, yeah.
I have zero moves.
No, okay.
I can barely walk upstairs.
That's fair. All right, no, don't wear those. They don't look good falling downstairs.
No. Oh,
it's a high snap over his head. He picks it up. Dan trying to run with it. Can't escape. He's tackled back at the 20-yard line. Kojo Don wrestled down back at the 20 on the high snap over his head. He was chased down by Marcus Thomas, the junior defensive back. Runs him down on special teams. That's got a chance to be our Baker Metalworks play of the game.
On the Bob Tyler Toyota instant replay, you see Don had some moves right there, but couldn't get away. Couldn't get away from old Marcus Thomas.
Stick around after the game for our Baker Metalworks play of the game. I mentioned earlier our Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram player of the game will be awarded afterwards as well. We've got a water break on the field. Washington will have it after the bad snap on the punt and great field position near the red zone. Third quarter, PHS up 1. Booker T. Washington High School here in Pensacola. 14-13. It's PHS with the lead right now. Washington, though, with great field position after the bad snap. Slattery's out of the shotgun, rolling right side. Ran into some problems that way. Tries to reverse it. Can't get away. He's dragged down. That could be a face mask coming up. No penalty, though. Slattery tackled all the way back at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like a face mask. Let's find out right here in the Bob Tyler Toyota instant replay. Slattery rolling around, can't get away. It's tough to tell right there.
16 yards Slattery lost on that play. Yeah, give him 12. They'll stop his forward progress, or his backwards progress in this case, back at the 35. That was where the first hit was.
Like PHS kind of flew off the ball there.
Slattery takes the snap, rolling out right side, trying to get away from that big defensive end, and this pass is incomplete. Looking for Julian Robinson, but it's incomplete. He's just trying to scramble away from Devontae Bryant, who is coming for him. He's been in the backfield on pretty much every play tonight.
Yeah, they've been trying to keep it away from him. You can't blame them. And if I turned around and saw number 44 running my way, I might do the same.
That'd probably make me run a little faster than normal.
But once again, Slattery, even rolling out of the pocket with pressure, I really think he enjoys it. He made a good throw there, just a drop. UCF commit. Call him Pig.
3rd and 23 coming up. Slattery in the gun. He's got McGee split out to the left. They'll go to McGee underneath. He slips one tackle. McGee can't get free. He's tackled to the 25.
And I think Pig is going to have a penalty, roughing the passer right there.
Flag down in the backfield, and this could be an automatic first down coming up for Washington. There is an injured PHS player down. The Tiger is Tyrese Albritton, and that would be a huge loss for him. He plays everywhere for this team. Yep. He's pretty much in there on every play.
Both sides of the ball as well. You hope he's okay.
Albritton's down, hands on his knees. The training staff will come out to take a look at him, and he's trying to say, no, I'm fine. And
yeah, he didn't want to come out of this ball game.
The trainers are saying, no, come on. You've got to come with us. You can't stay in. Despite what he wants and his wishes, if you can't put weight on that right leg, you probably can't stay in the game.
Yeah, you can't tell him that, though. He's a gamer, that's for sure. Hopefully we can get him back out here pretty soon.
Well, we'll see what the penalty is now. Right now they've got it 4th down, and Washington only has a yard to go after the penalty yards have been marked off. We were watching the injury. We didn't see the penalty. Maybe Willie Lawrence is about to tell us right now. Personal foul.
Shocker, a penalty.
3rd and 1 after the personal foul. They tacked it on at the end of the play. It's not an automatic first down. 3rd down, 1 yard to go.
It's going to be a tough one right here, that big D line.
Slattery hands it off. Robinson to the outside. He's got an angle to the end zone. Robinson hit, but he is in. No, down at the 1. Robinson thought he was in, but he picks up the big first down.
A little miscommunication right there, but you're not working out in the end. Let's see if he gets in.
Well, you could see where he thought that maybe it crossed just in front of the pylon, but
Can we get the call to the booth on that one?
you want to throw another flag out there this time,
No,
Red?
absolutely not.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
good. All right.
I apologize to everybody.
They've got 4 chances to get it in here from the 1. Mystical McGee split out to the left side. He's in motion. The quarterback's going to keep it. Slattery with his head down. This time he barrels in. Touchdown, Washington.
Looked like Julian Robinson in a Wildcat formation right there. Kind of fooled us.
Robinson running the Wildcat, just takes it himself for the touchdown.
Wildcats running the Wildcat. There you go.
So Washington's back in front. Now the question, do they go for 2? Or do they try the extra point? Remember, they missed an extra point, which has been the difference until that touchdown.
I don't think they know what they want to do right now.
They've got some playmakers, which gives them the luxury to go for 2.
I absolutely would right here. Why not? So they're going to talk about it.
Well, we've got a timeout on the field, so let's check in downstairs once again with Trayvon.
Thank you, guys. Guys, I'm down here with Lawrence Young, the band director of the band. Lawrence, what are ways that you can get the band going tonight?
Well, the band is a very important part of the football team, so we have a great time. These kids, they love being here. They love having the opportunity to support the football team, and that's their number one goal. So as you can hear behind us, it doesn't take much to get them going, so they're ready.
All right, it's going to be a really good fourth quarter. Do you have any secret songs that you want to play next?
Well, we have a couple things that we try to play to keep the football team hyped. Every year we try to go find things that they're listening to on the radio. So we'll be doing a couple of those things. And then, you know, football and band wouldn't be anything without the parents. So we have a song we play every fourth quarter that the parents really enjoy. So we'll be playing Do What You Want for the parents tonight.
All right, thank you. All right, back to you guys.
All right, sounds very good. We'll listen for that. High school and college football, one of the best parts that helps the environment of those events, the bands.
Absolutely. NFL needs to get bands.
Well, I agree. All right, here we go. Slattery is in at quarterback right now, and in the gun, motions McGee out to the right. They've got a mismatch over there. McGee all alone.
Open.
Touchdown. 2-point conversion is good. Not a touchdown, but they convert on the 2 points.
He's already good enough. You just can't leave him wide open. Maybe they thought if he's wide open, he'll drop it.
Oh, he was all by himself. You could see when he motioned, it created a mismatch. Washington converts 21-14. Wildcats up inside of 5 minutes in the third quarter. It's week 3 of our Tom Thumb Friday Night Rivals, and we've already seen some great football games. We saw the excellent game last week. Now another good one this week.
Yeah, Gulf Breeze and Catholic went down to the very end right there. Of course, you saw the highlights, the big play there at the end, the fumble return. And this one tonight, 21-14, great game.
I've just been informed that there are a couple of teams, the Ravens and the Redskins both have full bands.
Wow.
I don't think they're mic'd like you have for high school and college games, though. I don't think you've got the same audio pipeline there.
So we can't trademark that. So, well,
nope.
Where's the shot?
Yeah, well, it's a good idea. More teams need to do it.
Right.
Bands in football are like the organ in baseball.
Oh, you can't have it with one without the other.
No, I agree. All right, here we go. Washington to kick it deep. Albritton back out there with the return. Pretty good return, but he's upended it near the 30. 1st and 10. PHS with Washington back up by a score.
just for a couple of you West Florida Tech fans maybe watching tonight, your team's playing over in Biloxi, Mississippi. We got West Florida Tech 28, D'Iberville 10 in the third quarter.
Very good. West Florida Tech.
Big win over Tate last week.
Yes. How about that?
Very convincing, too. That's a good Tate team.
It's always a good Tate team. It's good football in the area this year. Seems to be a pretty level playing field. The option. In space, there he goes, down across the 35-yard line as Harris takes the pitch from Williams.
Great patience right there. A lot of times quarterbacks pitch that ball way too early and it really throws off the whole scheme.
Second and 1 for PHS at the 37. Again, it goes back to what Coach Mike Mincy talked about. We've got to be able to sustain long drives. That was his main point at halftime.
Yeah. You know, in Washington's defense, as we talked about earlier, is very athletic. The only way you're going to wear them down is if you have those 3-4 yards in a cloud of dust, which PHS hadn't seemed to be able to figure that out yet.
PHS wants a timeout. Yeah, Jackson, Stallworth, and Clark in that formation, receiver. It's second down and 1 coming up. I would expect them to go on the ground once again, but we'll see what they elect to do. They have size up front.
Well, they have great receivers outside. The one thing you look at Washington, they have Mystical McGee, and he's done a great job tonight. But you look at PHS, they got 3 or 4 guys that are very equal to each other.
Right.
It's just a matter of getting it out there to them.
Talking about that offensive line of PHS, which allows them to run so successfully. They ran for over 300 yards last week, just the quarterback in Wesley alone. Wesley 243, Williams 100 yards, but they average about 300 pounds up front. So there's certainly some size there, plus they've got some athleticism. Marquise Coleman, their center, maybe one of the best in the area. There you go. On the ground, space created. Williams takes off across midfield. Tony Williams. That'll keep the chains moving for PHS.
Once again, is what we were talking about, sustaining drives. The thing is, they're only at the 50. They got to finish this one.
14-yard pickup, first down at midfield. Williams again out of the shotgun. They motion Harris to the backfield. Up the middle, Wesley takes a big hit as he gets the 45.
Once again, if you're PHS, that's all you need right there. Just get 3, 4, 5 yards each time, and you'll be fine. You don't need the big plays. Of course, Washington had quite a few big plays tonight. PHS isn't that style of team. They're more of a ground and pound style team.
Second down and 5. Ben getting into it. He's got one of the old linemen all fired up as well. Nowhere to hand off to, and Williams will be swallowed up for a loss. There was some miscommunication there.
Yeah, like we said, there's what Coach Mincy was talking about before. You got to cut out the mistakes right here. Third and about 7 yards right here. They need a big first down.
Chris Floundlacker over on the sidelines for Washington. Dancing with the band, trying to get the crowd fired up now, though, on third down.
Yeah, Floundlacker, pretty good moves right there for a big guy. So he might be trying out for the new band director.
Rolling out, nowhere to go, trying to find some sort of seam is Albritton, but he doesn't. He ran a long ways to get back to the line of scrimmage, and it brings up fourth down as the moon rises up on the horizon right at midfield.
Wow.
Blood red moon just above the opposite sidelines. There it is. Look at that.
Creeping over the trees. That's intense right there. That's beautiful.
Fourth down and 8. And this time, Don able to get the punt off. It's going to be fielded from the 2.
What a great punt.
Mystical McGee is hit and driven back into the end zone. That's one where if you're McGee, you just got to let it go. You want a shot at the return, but just let it go into the end zone and hope that it does. It looked like it had enough steam on it that it would have.
Yeah, it's tough when you have the immaturity of a young player like that. He just, especially the night he's had, you can't really blame him. But sometimes you got to cut your losses on that one. It was just a great punt.
Right.
Absolutely great punt.
Sometimes you just get a little aggressive and a little over anxious and you want to make a play. This is a long field right now for Washington, although they've had some sustained drives. Remember the one drive they started from the 11, they ended up in the end zone.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if PHS brings a little pressure right here and see if they can stuff them in the end zone, get a safety. Talk about a momentum changer.
You would figure Slattery would need to be ready for that.
Absolutely.
First down and 10. Slattery from his own end zone takes the snap. They get space. Diving out across the 5 near the 7. Good carry with Robinson. Looked like he may have been bottled up for a moment in the end zone and then just hit that hole.
Yeah, it looks like the defensive line, a couple of the guys got a little too aggressive right there instead of breaking down and letting him come to them.
Little breathing room. Slattery not taking the snap from his own end zone now. Second down and 5 for Washington inside of a minute to go, third quarter. The Wildcats up by a touchdown. Slattery lost the handle on play action. Fires incomplete. Third down coming up.
Looks like we have a flag.
Couldn't be.
Surely not. And if that's a holding call, that is devastating to Washington where they're already at.
Are you sure you're not looking at Don's shoes? Nope, that's a flag.
Same color. Actually, I think Dom's shoes is actually a little brighter.
A little brighter than that flag. It needs to be washed. False start. It's declined. Third down.
It's a late false start call.
Mm-hmm. I find it a little odd that they decline it. I guess they don't want it to be second down. You don't want to replay the down. Rather take the yards.
Yeah, but you back them up.
Yeah.
You know, and the push you can get with that D-line, I don't know.
All right.
We're not the coach.
Nope. Third down.
We got
5.
the easy part.
That's right. Slattery to pass. Looking right. Fires right. Completes it. First down. Washington to the 15-yard line. Davalis Rudolph was the receiver that hauls it in.
That's the first time we called his name tonight.
Yes, it is. Kind of holding that left arm a little bit.
I'll tell you, this Washington group, they got with Coach Ward trying to revamp the program, they got a lot of good-looking athletes all over the field at all ages.
Weapons everywhere.
They got a lot of young guys as well.
Yes, sir. Clock ticking down inside of 20 seconds. Washington up by the touchdown. They keep it on the ground, and the handoff finds room. Right side, there he goes. First down and more for Robinson. Out of bounds to the far sideline near the 40.
I don't believe that was a design cutback, but I tell you, that was great vision by Robinson right there.
Thought I saw another flag come in, but I don't see it on the field, so maybe not.
Don't speak of it.
Yep. Nope, there is. There's a flag down near the 24-yard line. 8 seconds left. Holding.
Wouldn't be PHS Washington without a flag.
No, huh? 8 seconds left, third quarter. Clock will roll, and that'll run out the clock. So we'll head to the fourth quarter. Washington is up by a touchdown, 21-14. Fourth quarter. This is Tom Thumb Friday Night Rivals on WFGX 35. Our Comfort Dental Fan Cam tonight, enjoying a good football game here. Washington High School. Wildcats have looked good this evening. Out of the shotgun, Slattery takes the snap, throws left side, going up and hauling it in. What a catch. The 40-yard line. An excellent reception by Darius Anderson.
He really had to go up and get that one.
About a 5-yard catch. 2nd and 5 for Washington. The Wildcats have the ball near the 20.
If you're the Wildcats here, just continue to eat that clock.
Long drive works in their favor at this point. They'll hand it off. Big hole, first down and more to the 30. Robinson again. Julian Robinson has done a great job out of wide receiver, but most of his damage has been done on the ground out of the backfield.
Yeah, this is a great-looking player right here. Don't let his size fool you. He's pretty tough, and he's really, really fast out there.
The threat that Mystical McGee has been through the air, Robinson has been on the ground.
Yeah, Robinson and McGee, that's kind of been your game for Washington today.
Quick 15 yards for Robinson. 1st and 10 from the 33. Robinson tripped up as he crosses the 35.
If you look at that Pensacola defensive line, those big guys are starting to get tired again. Hands on their hips, trying to get some air right there. If you're Washington, you just got to keep attacking.
Desmond Hurd up front. We've got some big guys along the line. Tyrese Cunningham, Jacoby Lyles, Desmond Hurd, Devontae Bryant's the big one. The senior headed to Central Florida next year. Slattery out of the shotgun, rolling right. Being chased. Wants to throw, lobs it up, incomplete. Right down the sideline. It's incredible how accurate he is. Darius Anderson was the target, but he was going to throw that where only Anderson could get to it. If anything, he was going to overthrow him and leave it incomplete.
Yeah, a lot of guys will just throw the ball away. But Slattery, he's got such great poise in the pocket. When he rolls out, he's even better. And he put the ball one spot, his guy, and that was it. He didn't make the catch. Nobody's going to get to it.
Third down and 8 coming up for Washington from their own 35. Cameron Chisholm in the backfield. 3 receivers split out. Time to throw this time. It's complete, right flat at the 40. Spinning out of trouble, it's Richardson near the 45-yard line, but has enough for a first down.
The second effort right there. If you look at PHS coming up and laying some licks right there, but they didn't wrap up.
The junior receiver, Romani Richardson, with a big completion. A big reception.
If you're PHS, that is a dagger in your heart right there. You have a 3rd and long, and you let them out.
Think you've got them bottled up, and they get away. First down, 10 from the 44. They motion Anderson. Chisholm gets the carry. Trying to find a hole. Really churns up a couple of hard-fought yards. Cameron Chisholm, just the sophomore. We've called his name a couple of times today. He's had some big plays.
Yes, I'm getting some fresh legs in here in the fourth quarter. Looking pretty well.
This place is packed, folks.
Yeah, you can't.
Here at Washington.
This is incredible.
I mean, it is
standing room only.
Around the track.
Wow.
All the way around, pretty much. PHS sides filled up as well. It's great to see this. Second down. To the outside, and a first down again for Mystical McGee on the sweep. McGee on the huge carry, moving the chains, getting inside the 45-yard line of PHS.
You know, McGee, we talk about him all night long, but it just looks like he's gliding right there, making this PHS defense look like it's in second gear.
First down and 10. Remember where Washington started this drive from.
Oh, absolutely.
Their own 2. Slattery's out of the shotgun. Chisholm. Oh, boy, look out for Bryant. Hit in the backfield, he takes a loss.
Yeah, you don't want to run into that man.
A little bit slow to get up. He's probably pretty exhausted. He's had a busy night. We were talking about their roster, and PHS has to play everybody, and a lot of the guys are playing almost every snap.
Yeah, they really are. They only have about 6 or 7 guys, it looks like, on the sidelines, and with numbers like that, everybody has to contribute. But I tell you what, these guys have been fighting, playing both sides of the ball. This is a tough squad right here.
It's one of the things that really makes it tough on you when you get into district play, playing some of those bigger schools with a little more depth. Stamina becomes an issue. Second down. On 2nd and 14, it's Mystical McGee. Caught at the 40, out of bounds at the 35, close to the first down, but short by 2.
Really looks like this Washington squad is just kicking in all gears right now. Looking great right here. Let's see if they can put the dagger in PHS and finish this game off.
Third down, 2. Washington keeps that clock rolling, too. It stopped right now at 2:49, but because of how long and sustained this drive has been, they've used up almost half the quarter.
They have, and PHS is gassed on defense right now.
Slattery hands it off. Robinson puts his head down, churning towards the first down marker, but he's just short of it. It'll bring up 4th down in a very short yard.
Yeah, the way the offense is looking right here at Washington, you just go ahead and go for it. Once again, if you're a PHS's side, this is a big play for you. If you're D-line, if you're gassed, hey, go ahead and give it your all on this one right here. Make a big play to turn this game around for you.
4th down and 1.
But they brought in their jumbo package on defense.
Got to be disciplined offensively. You don't want to jump. Same story on defense as well. Now PHS wants to think it over. Meanwhile, Trayvon Ware is downstairs with a very special guest. What's up, Trayvon?
Thank you, guys. Alongside of me, we have Malcolm Thomas, the superintendent of Escambia County. Malcolm, how do you feel about the game being played tonight?
Well, I think it's a great game. The weather's perfect. You're in the 4th quarter. Either team can win. The bands are great. Got a great crowd. And, we're mindful of what's happening downstate. But our weather permitted this, and we're not interrupting any shelter activity. And those were the conditions that we were provided under which we could play the game. So we made the decision we'll play the game where possible.
All right. And with about 2% of the games in the state being played tonight, will those games be made up at any time?
Yeah, I anticipate what the state will do is what they've done in the past. They have allowed, they won't extend the season, but what they'll do is allow a school that had to cancel tonight to take an existing Friday night game, move it to Thursday, and then schedule the game that was missed on a Monday night. There has to be 3 days of rest in between the game. So by moving to Thursday, sliding it into Monday. So I anticipate for Escambia County, we will try to make up all the games that were missed tonight in that fashion.
All right. Thank you, Malcolm. Back to you guys.
All right, good information from Malcolm Thomas. 4th down, Mystical McGee gets far more than the required 1 yard. He'll move the chains again. Mystical McGee just continues to improve his case for Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram player of the game tonight.
It's a special player. At this point, who else can it be? Of course, Washington's had a great night. Mystical McGee has had an impressive showing in front of this big crowd.
Big carry there for McGee. First down. Just outside the Tom Thumb red zone of the 22-yard line. The clock rolls. This time out of the shotgun, it's Robinson that gets the carry, but nowhere for him to go. They'll lose 3 or 4. Second down. Clock still ticking now to near 6.5 minutes.
Hey, you know, Malcolm Thomas talking about playing on a Thursday night and turning around playing on a Monday. I'm sure glad I'm not in high school anymore. That's got to be tough on these kids.
That is a tough turnaround. There are a lot of schools that are going to have to be doing that, and I thought he made a great point. Hey, it doesn't interfere with any shelter activity. You've got a great night. The weather's not affecting us here. Let's go ahead and play. Up the middle, Robinson, nowhere to go.
Yeah, PHS has brought the pressure the past 2 plays, and the low snaps don't really help.
Now it's third down. Long ways to go. It really almost feels like Washington at this point is more concerned with trying to chew up clock than they are necessarily at advancing the ball, and I would think you want another score. If you get one more score, that's a dagger at this point, especially with as much time as they've taken off the clock in the fourth quarter.
Washington scores here. You got to kind of think the way the ball game's been going, and PHS has kind of been stalling on offense, that one will be over with.
Third down. Almost 19 yards to go for a first down. Slattery to pass. Slides in the pocket. Flag flies. Headed to the end zone. Another flag. Incomplete. That's probably a touchdown-saving pass interference, though.
It is. That's one of those, just kid making a great play. Got there just a little bit early.
It'll be first down and 10 coming up. Oh, they're going to offset. First it was holding against Washington and then pass interference against PHS, so the penalties offset. Will replay third down. There's the hold.
Slattery doing a great job stepping up in the pocket once again. I'm impressed with this kid tonight.
Darius Anderson was just tackled. We were talking about NFL blitz before. That's legal.
It is on the blitz. These guys must have been playing blitz before with all the penalties out here.
No doubt.
You know the old saying, you'd rather take 15 than give up 6 on that one.
Third down and about 18 yards to go, maybe 17 here. Slattery out of the gun. Takes the snap, dropping back. Under pressure. Throws. Incomplete. Looking for Robinson this time through the air to the outside, but he couldn't get his hands under it. Now it's going to be fourth down.
I think PHS might have found something here on defense, starting to bring the house, bring the blitzes, and tell you it's kind of worked out for them.
Fourth down and 16, maybe 17 here back at the 29-yard line. They need to get to the 12 for a first down. And I think Washington may want to go for it here. 5:13 left. You have to try to factor in, are you comfortable giving the ball back near your own 30-yard or near the PHS 30-yard line if you don't get it?
Well, keep in mind you're one return away from a tie ball game as well. And if you're Washington here, you want to make PHS drive, and they haven't been able to drive the length of the field all game.
Sustained drives have hurt them, and the lack of ability to do that. They'll take the delay of game while they thought it over, and so now it's fourth down, well over 20 yards. That gives them a little more space for this punt. Mystical McGee, a low snap, handles it, gets the punt away, end over end. Good punt. That's going to be down at the 1
yard line.
My goodness, what a punt by Mystical McGee, and a great job by the Washington special teams to down it inside the 1 yard line.
That's just great hustle right there. We get a good roll. About to go in the end zone. Look at that right there. That's how it's done. Like Altarius White right there.
Well, now you challenge PHS to go 99 yards with 5:06 left in the game to try to tie this up.
Well, if you're PHS right here, you better just get out of your own end zone to start off with.
Last time now, baby. Let's go, Wildcat.
5:06 left. PHS back out on the field of the offense. Williams from his own end zone tries to run, slips through a hole and gets out near the 5-yard line, a 4-yard pickup.
Brought down by number 56, Elijah Lewis. And number 21, Marcus Thomas.
Now it's second down. 6 yards to go for a first down. After the 4-yard pickup. Williams in the gun. Wants to throw. Airs it out. Deep. Right side. Tipped and incomplete. Great coverage on the outside by Altarius White. Knocking that away.
Making the big play on special teams. Making an even bigger play right here on a deep ball. Playing it corner out there.
Brings up third down. 4:19 to go.
Well, if you're PHS, it's already 4-down territory anyway, so you don't necessarily have to get them all right here, but you sure like to.
.419 to go, fourth quarter.
PHS better pick it up, but there's 7 seconds left on the play clock.
Mike Mincy needs a timeout. He's fired up. Timeout on the field. Timeout here. 21-14. It's Washington on Tom Thumb Friday Night Rivals. They look concerned. I think they're across the way on the PHS side. A little worried.
Yeah, they look a little worried right here.
Third down coming up for Mike Mincy's Tigers. They need 6 yards for a first down to keep this drive alive. They want an option. Williams tries to keep it. Swallowed up. Tackled back inside his own 5.
A little like number 54 right there is a great play. Absolutely great play.
Excellent pursuit to stop him.
The mystery guy.
The mystery man.
It's the way he likes it.
Non-roster invitee. Fourth down, and PHS will have to punt and give the ball back to Washington. That clock continues to roll. Pensacola's out of timeouts.
Well, if you're PHS right here, a hope and a prayer. If you can find magic in a bottle right here.
They're going to go for it. Might be a delay of game. Nope.
Looked like Washington kind of wanted to see where they lined up and go talk about it right here.
All right, timeout on the field. 3:20 to go. Fourth quarter. PHS going for it when we come back. Beautiful night for football. The moon shining down tonight. PHS hoping it can bring them some luck. Fourth down and long here. Trying to sustain this drive and a prayer in this game. 3:20 left. Williams is out of the shotgun. 4 wide. He motions Harris.
Oh,
now we've got a false start. That might be on the quarterback, Williams.
Yep, looks like it is. And if you're PHS, I guess another foot to move back is not that big of a deal. Don't
forget, stick around after Channel 3 News tonight at 10 for Prep Football Final. I don't know what they're talking about besides this game. Probably going to have really in-depth coverage of this game tonight.
Right, they're probably going to critique us pretty hard.
Yeah, they're going to be all over us. Steve and Dan have you covered. Not a lot of football going on in the area. Back to pass. Under pressure. Airs it out. Williams overthrows his receiver. And the Tigers turn it over on downs.
Well, if you're Washington, you're on the, 1 yard line. So we'll see if they go ahead and punch it in here.
And that's what they want to do. I mean, it's not a situation where you really have to try to get in the end zone to ice this away. If you turn it over, you give PHS still a chance.
PHS out of timeouts right here. Just put the ball in the end zone. Once again, make them drive the length of the field again. Secure the ball right here. We watched this play go for, oh no.
Flags from everywhere.
And they are indeed trying the Wildcat again. The Wildcat's running the Wildcat. Didn't work out for them. A false start. Keep in mind, last week we saw it 3 times. Teams within the 3 yard line fumble and the ball go all the way to the other end zone. Wouldn't be shocked to see it here either.
(21-14), 3:07 to go.
If you're Washington, you just got to keep it on the ground here. Running the Wildcat once again.
Robinson dances to the outside. Flag flies. Robinson angling to the end zone. He is in. Touchdown Washington, but there's a flag, and it's holding against the Wildcats.
Not exactly the time, especially on the backside of the play. You want to get a holding call right here. On the backside.
Yep.
He just tackled the guy.
Yeah,
just can't do it right there.
Nope. It's going to get called every time.
Well, on the backside, if he beats you, he beats you. You just got to let him go, especially in this situation. You don't want to keep backing yourself up.
Well, now you keep making mistakes like that. All of a sudden, it gets harder to get into the end zone. You may end up having to give PHS the ball back, too. The good news is with each penalty, they're running time off the clock.
Right.
And still first down. Robinson trying to find a hole up the middle. It'll bring up a second down. Nowhere to go there. As he dances his way down to the 16.
Looks like he come up limping a little bit right there.
Well, it's been a busy day for him. Can you imagine playing a physical game like this and then trying to turn around 3 days later and play again?
Couldn't do it.
Nope.
People don't understand the wear and tear these kids go through in their bodies. They need their rest.
Second down and 15. They fake the give, rolling out. Slattery fires, end zone, incomplete off the hands. He was looking for his target, Darius Anderson, but Anderson got the wind knocked out of him as he tried to make the diving catch. Great effort by Slattery, though.
I tell you, Slattery makes a great throw right here, but if you look on the backside, Julian Robinson after the fake, wide open. Nobody in his direction right there.
I think Slattery just got a little excited and put a little too much air under it. Plus, he was pressured, but we've seen him make some good throws tonight under pressure as well.
Yeah, nothing new for him being pressured.
It stops the clock with 2:12 to go. Washington out of the shotgun. Robinson, sweep left side. Out of bounds.
Got to think you want to stay in bounds right there, if anything. Sure, Coach Ward's not happy with that one.
No, stops the clock with 2:04.
It's going to be interesting right here with 2 minutes left.
Fourth down. PHS is going to have another opportunity, and that's just careless penalties. Knocking on the door of the end zone, moved them back, and they couldn't get in.
You go from the 1 to, what, the 20 now?
Just in penalties alone.
That young man's had a great game tonight.
It's fourth down. They're going to go for it. Slattery's in the shotgun. Takes the snap to throw. Looks deep towards the end zone. Incomplete for Mystical McGee. And Washington turns it over, giving the ball back to Pensacola.
Oh, boy.
With 1:59 to go. Hope he didn't go anywhere.
You wanted drama, you got it. 2 weeks in a row, we got some good games right here.
I've had about all the drama my ticker can take for a day.
Oh, yeah. 12 innings at the Blue Wahoos game you were announcing earlier. You're a trooper.
My goodness. First down and 10 from the 15 for PHS. Williams is out of the shotgun. He motions Harris. Takes the snap, wants to throw it. Looking deep down the left side. He's got Stallworth, incomplete. Overthrown for Stallworth, covered up pretty well by Jalen Knight, the senior D-back.
Yeah, kind of looked like he just threw it up and hoped for a good play right there.
Not a lot of touch on that pass.
No, but Jalen Knight with great coverage right there. I think they understand PHS ain't going to be able to run the ball all the way down there with 1:54 left.
1:54, 21-14. Washington with the touchdown advantage. Trying to figure out where everybody that's here tonight parked.
Yeah, no kidding.
Williams is out of the shotgun. Takes the snap. Fakes under pressure. Can't get away. A huge hit and sack. Jordan Payne, the junior defensive end, getting in there to bring down Tony Williams.
I don't think we've called his name tonight either.
We
and
have
hey,
not.
Showing up at the right time when it counts the most. Great job.
By the time Williams saw him, it was too late. Clock ticking down to 1:20 left. It's third down and long. Williams looking deep. Left side, incomplete, underthrown. He was looking for Ronald Clark that time.
If you're PHS right here, no things aren't looking good for you. You still got a chance right here, fourth and long play. Anything can happen.
Minute 13 left.
This Washington crowd is something else.
Wow. They're about to erupt here. Fourth down coming up. This is the game. PHS, if they have to turn it over, can't stop the clock.
Like
Williams
Washington.
out of the shotgun, 5 wide, 4 split out to the right. Back to pass. Williams escapes, takes off, hit. He's not getting to the first down. He's tackled at the 20-yard line. Washington will hold on. PHS will turn it over on downs. They'll give it back with 1:05, and Washington's going to improve to 2-1.
Yeah, barring some kind of miracle right here. If you're Washington, what a great game. What a hard-fought game. Say if you're PHS, it's on the up and up.
Right.
I mean, 21-14, this game right here, this is intense. Now you folks at home, this is what you tune in for right here. See the victory formation. Every coach's favorite thing to see.
Every other, really.
Yeah, one of them. Half of the coaches at the game are going to like it. And we have a flag on the victory formation.
That you don't see much.
I
It
mean,
stops the clock. Don't forget, coming up, player of the game will be announced. Hill Kelly Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram. I don't know that there's much mystery on who that's going to be, but we'll leave you in suspense just in case there is.
Yeah, mystery is the right word. Who knows who it could be?
Yeah, who knows?
Could be mystical.
It could
Mystery,
be.
mystical.
I see what you're doing there.
Isn't there a guy, mystical?
I think there's somebody that has that name.
How
in this
unique.
game.
How fitting.
Yeah, we'll see. I think he's a candidate.
Oh, well, of course, with a name like that.
Play of the game, though, that's up for grabs still. I don't even know that we know what it's going to be yet.
There's so many.
There's a lot of options. There's the victory formation and no flag. Baker Metalworks and Supply play of the game. We'll show you that afterwards. Baker Metalworks and Supply is your metal roof headquarters. 3 locations: Baker, Florida; Fountain, Florida, just north of Panama City there; and in Troy, Alabama.
Everybody's doing a little dancing here now if you're on the Washington side.
They only have to snap it one more time. This will be it. There's the cheerleaders. Remember our A-plus athletes in there. Trying to fire up the crowd. Doesn't take much now. Final snap of the game. Washington wins it 21-14. They beat the Pensacola High Tigers in a catfight tonight at Booker T. Washington High School. It's the Wildcats that come out on top over the Tigers. Hard-fought battle today, but in the end, it's Washington that'll take home our Tom Thumb Friday Night Rivals hardware.
If you're PHS, hold your head high on this one. This is a great fought match right here. They come up a little bit short. Both teams got some things they need to work on come next week, though.
No doubt.
Penalties might be something to be talked about, maybe.
I think that'll probably be in consideration.
If they got some extra time.
No doubt.
I want to talk about that.
What a win tonight for Washington. The Wildcats prevail. Navarre Choctaw next week. Hope to see you there.
It's going to be a fun one.
Well, that should be a good football game. Navarre, not necessarily, from what I understand, we haven't seen them yet, but they're not just burying teams like we've seen in the past, but they're still getting wins. They're still a very well-coached team under Jay Walls. They're still a very good football team, but it's a little more. They can't just give it to Michael Carter and let him go. Of course,
Right.
Carter's battled injuries, and even through his injuries, they still had success. So,
well, everybody I've talked to has said Navarre's rebuilding.
Right.
But it's not too often you're rebuilding and you're 2-0.
Right, yeah. And working on an undefeated season again. Of course, that seems to be all they are accustomed to doing there is going unbeaten. It's the Wildcats celebrating a victory on Tom Thumb Friday Night Rivals tonight at Washington High School. We'll be back and hear from head coach Charlie Weiss. Charlie Ward will come back. Tom Thumb Friday Night Rivals. Washington wins it 21-14. Washington wins it today. The Wildcats prevail. They're at home beating the PHS Tigers. So the Wildcats end up surviving. We'll go downstairs to Trayvon in a moment as they get the Wildcats ready. I think they're ready downstairs. All right, let's check in downstairs once again. Another Mattress Outlet sideline report from Trayvon.
Thank you, guys. Coach Ward, congratulations on the win. What are you most excited about?
We got an opportunity to play a very good football team, and our guys came out and played with great execution.
Somewhere.
I lost him.
There he is. He's back. Found the coach. All right, Trayvon, go ahead.
Say it again.
Go ahead.
All right. So what were the big key influences for the game?
Guys made plays. We took away their big plays, which was something that we were afraid of defensively. And offensively, we had guys step up and make some huge plays. Middle school was big, even on double team coverage, and other guys stepped up. So I had a very good job. The line did a very good job of executing the run game, and so it was a great team effort.
And moving forward, what would you like to see more to get more wins this season?
Well, guys competing that way. Guys who were playing, just competing, and guys stepping up and making plays when we need it.
And do you have any words for the people in South Florida?
I hope they're all the best, and I know we're never been in a hurricane, and I understand the things that go on with it, and we just hope that everyone is safe during this time and everyone got out of harm's way.
All right, thank you, sir. Congratulations. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks a lot, Trayvon, and good win tonight for Washington as the Wildcats come away victorious. Now it's time for our Baker Metalworks play of the game. Your Metal Roof headquarters. How about this catch along the sideline to Mystical McGee going deep down the sideline early in the game, keeps the toe in. Big catch and led to an early score for the Wildcats.
Fast as lightning, got soft hands. What else can you ask from the kid?
Well, that's why he is our player of the game, presented by Hill Kelly Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram. Mystical McGee, a huge game tonight through the air. 2 catches of better than 40 yards. Never got in the end zone today, but still, nonetheless, a huge game tonight for Mystical McGee. The senior really showed what makes him such an explosive player for Charlie Ward's team. And look at this, just shedding tackles left and right.
Yeah, it's not just, most guys that are really fast, you can't touch them. They're kind of fragile. Mystical McGee loves the contact.
Yes.
He gets a chance to get you out in open field, he's going to try to shake you.
He can slip through some tackles, can't he? All right, next week we're at Navarre High School. The Raiders host the Indians of Choctaw. Great to catch up with those 2 programs. We've had Choctaw earlier in the year. This will be our first look at a very good Navarre team once again. Now, again, really well-coached squad. Don't forget, Prep Football Final is after Channel 3 News tonight at 10 o'clock. Dan Shugart, Steve Nissen will update you on all the action, how the hurricane has affected the games around the area, plus full coverage of this contest as well, including complete highlights. I have a feeling they're going to be getting you some really serious in-depth coverage of this game tonight.
Oh, without a doubt. You don't have very many teams. Of course, the teams that are really playing around here are playing out of town. We know Niceville's played over in Texas. West Florida Tech played over in Biloxi. Yeah, I think we'll have some good coverage tonight.
Well, I want to thank everybody for being a part of Tom Thumb Friday Night Rivals. In the end, it is Washington that prevails, 21-14 in a shootout. Wild football game tonight here at Washington, and we can't say enough about the crowd. What a turnout tonight. The best crowd we've had for Friday Night Rivals this year. Well, for Jeff Price, for Trayvon Ware, and our entire crew, I'm Tommy Thrall saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next week in Navarre. This has been Friday Night Rivals, presented by Tom Thumb on WFGX TV 35.